Hello, chat. Good morning. Well, it's morning for me, but I don't know what
What's
it
up,
is for
guys
you.
and gals? It's time once again for Wrestling Jeopardy. I'm your host, Kevin J. Callis.
Yeah.
Let's go to the board now and check out the categories that you'll test your knowledge on.
It's a sick Rock and Roll Express shirt, actually.
Geography.
I like that one a lot.
Followed by bodyguards. Next up, we have nicknames. And then Three's Company, which are going to be talking about famous wrestling trios. And last but certainly not least, Tag Team Brothers. And notice the quotation marks around brothers.
I'm optimistic about these categories.
If this is your first time playing, well, welcome in. I appreciate you stopping by. Here are the not so extreme rules so you understand exactly how this interactive play along trivia contest works. All I ask is that you leave a comment with your score below, and quite possibly you might wind up sitting where, Dwayne?
At the head of the table.
All right, so let's jump in and kick things off with the 200-point round, the easiest round in Wrestling Jeopardy. We're going to geography for 2. Who hails from Death Valley?
Who is The Undertaker? It's gotta be, yeah.
You know, I've always been a weather nerd, so I never quite understood why The Undertaker was from Death Valley, because summer temperatures on average in the shade in Death Valley are about 120 degrees.
Right.
And the dude's
I guess he
wearing
is
all black.
dressed. Yeah. That's a good point. He is dressed
Who
like
puts
it's
that?
much colder.
Who puts that on? Ooh.
Let's go to bodyguards for 2.
It's a pretty good clip.
In June of 1993, Kevin Nash left WCW and signed a contract with the WWF, where he became Shawn Michaels' bodyguard under this name.
Who is a Diesel?
Given the nickname by Shane O'Mac, Shane McMahon, the correct answer is Diesel. Of course, I'd also accept Big Daddy Cool.
I love
Diesel. And you get
that
extra
he's
credit
written
if you
Big
did
Daddy
this sound
Cool,
effect
yeah.
while answering the question.
Big Daddy
Pretty
Cool
sick.
Diesel.
That's so
And that brings us to
true.
nicknames for 200. Who is the Princess of Staten Island?
Who is Carmella? I would assume.
And the answer, who
Okay.
is Carmella, or also Mrs. Corey Graves?
Wait, what?
brings us
Really?
to Three's
I had no
Company.
idea. That's gonna be useful for a trivia question in the future, probably. I had no
For
idea.
200. What was the name of the trio of Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins?
Who's the Shield? The only reason I was apprehensive on the Carmella one is because I felt like, I don't know, I
The
just
correct answer,
felt
who
like
was
she
the
might have
Shield?
been. It
All right,
it
let's
was a
finish up
weird
the
one for
200-point round
200,
with
but I guess
Tag
nicknames are
Team
easy anyway.
Brothers. What started as a silly storyline full of half-brothers was the reason this pair eventually teamed up not only in ECW, but also WWE, Japan, and TNA to become one of the most decorated tag teams in wrestling history.
Yeah, what is the Dudley Boys? Big fan, so good.
And the answer, who is Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys?
Yeah, my favorite
before we move on to the
incarnation
400-point round, just wanna
of the
give a
Dudley
quick
Boys is
shout-out
when there's
to
like a
the
billion
Brass
brothers.
Ring, the Mike Sanchez
like
Show,
ECW
the
style.
Wrestling Show featuring Sleazy
Spike Dudley,
and
Big
the
Dick
Fat
Dudley,
Man,
Sign Guy
and
Dudley,
Ed
etc.
Buskus. Really appreciate you guys doing reaction videos to Wrestling Jeopardy. Keep them coming. All right, so let's move on to geography for 400. Who hails from Bad Street, USA?
Who is Michael P.S. Hayes?
Yes, that's Bad Street, Atlanta, GA, the baddest street in the whole USA. And who hails from there?
Yeah.
Michael P.S. Hayes, Terry Bam Bam Gordy, and Buddy Jack Roberts. The
So
fabulous
true, Jimmy
Freebirds.
Jam Garvin. Oh, Jimmy Garvin is
Bodyguards
actually
for
my
400.
favorite Freebird.
In
Fun
late
fact.
1998, Andrew Martin caught the eyes of WWF officials while he
Who
was
is
working
Test?
as a bodyguard for Motley Crue, and was soon signed to a contract using this ring name.
I love Test. God, I think Test is such a great gimmick. I wish he was given more.
This is not a test.
I wish he was around
because
for
the
longer.
answer is test.
I
Here comes
just
nicknames
genuinely,
for
he's like a favorite of
400.
mine.
Who is the Archer of Infamy?
Hold on. I don't know this. Oh, no. I was over here like, nicknames are so easy. The Archer of Infamy. The only Archer gimmick I can remember is in Lucha Underground when they had Shane Strickland as Killshot, which is one of my favorite wrestling gimmicks of all time. I play Pokemon, you know, I name my Decidueye Killshot every time based on him. It's one of my favorite, it might be my favorite starter, and I always associate it with him, but this isn't going to be Killshot. That's going to be wrong, because this is a $400 question, and they're not going to be like, actually, in this episode of Lucha Underground, like, that doesn't make sense. So who could this even be? Who is an Archer? Well, the other wrestling Archer I would think of was, what's his name? The Green Arrow guy? Stephen Amell? But I don't think it's Stephen Amell either. That seems like too niche. Then I'm thinking like Adrian Neville, Pac. Is it Pac? The bastard Pac? I always want to call him Pac, like Tupac. I guess we'll go with Pac because he has the red arrow. That's what's making me think of that. I'll go with him. Adrian Neville.
I love this gimmick when he was in NXT, basically as like a rock star hanging out in hot tubs with hot chicks.
Who is this?
The answer here, the current, as of this recording, WWE World Heavyweight Champion, who is Damian Priest.
He was champion? This guy's after my time. I genuinely don't really know who Damian Priest is. All I know, I believe he was in Judgment Day, which is also after my time, and tag team champs with R-Truth for some reason. Because R-Truth is like my favorite. I don't know who Damian Priest is. I guess he's an Archer.
Brings us to
Pretty sick, honestly.
400. Name this wrestling trio of Drew McIntyre, Heath Slater, and Jinder Mahal.
What is 3MB? 3-man band. Yes.
And the
my 3MB story or anecdote is when these guys were all a stable together. I was like, any one of these three, or even all three of them, could go on to become world champions and huge stars in WWE. And then what do you know? Jinder Mahal becomes world champion. Drew McIntyre becomes world champion. Where's Heath Slater? Where's Heath Slater's time? This could have been the other Shield. Genuinely. They're like a comedy shtick, but they're so good. They're all so good. This is probably a hot take, but I genuinely think all three of them have, like, world title potential, and 2/3 of that was validated by it actually happening. But this genuinely, for me, could have been a Shield tier, like, stable, and they could have had a crazy cool story where now the three of them are top guys, and they're so different than they used to be, and then it's like the Shield, you know, they end up like feuding and clashing over who they become and what they aren't. I want to play TEW, man. I want to play TEW and load up like FCW, NXT like I was doing forever ago, man. I want to book these three as the next Shield, or the Shield before the Shield even. They're so good. They're so good.
Answer, who is 3MB?
The only thing you need to remember is 3MB.
Finishing up the 400-point round with Tag Team Brothers, this tag team of Texan brothers had a solid 3-year run in the WWF, winning 3 tag team championships until they split in 1996.
Okay. Texan Brothers split in 96. 3-year run. Oh, that'll give. Okay. I already had the guess, but then I already knew what it was, but then I saw RUNN, and that confirms it. That's the Gunn brothers, Billy and Bart Gunn.
Now, I hope you paid attention to this clue, because if you look at it again and you see the word run,
Yep.
It has two ends.
I did exactly that.
Correct answer. Who are Billy and Bart, the Smoking Guns?
Yep.
And we're starting off the 600-point round with geography.
It's not watching that. It felt like the Smoking Guns were the guys
All right,
forever.
take some time to tally up your score and then make your daily double wager.
Geography. I would like to make it a true daily double, Trebek, and wager 2,600.
All right, time is up. Here is this
Lay it on
episode's daily double clue. Who hails from the bottomless pit?
From the bottomless pit. It sounds very Lucha Underground, actually. From the 559. They call him Cage. From the bottomless pit. It doesn't sound very WWE to me, actually. To me, it sounds more like AEW, if anything. It's like, it has to be recent-ish. If it was older, I feel like it would be there. It would be in my head already. From the bottomless pit. And I feel like I would have seen it in a WWE game if it was WWE as well. Because they always have those in the game. They have, like, the Gulf of America and stuff like that. So if it's AEW, who could it be? Like, I don't know. Who's a character that would make sense for? Like, I don't think it's Darby Allin, you know, or like, because they have some like out there characters, like they have the Luchasaurus, and you know they had Danhausen at the time. Danhausen's not from the bottomless pit though. I'm gonna lose all my money because I don't know the answer. Ah! Who are you? From the bottomless pit. They call him Cage. Penta El Zero Mero. Uncle Howdy. What sounds right in my head? The bottomless pit. Now I'm thinking of like Randy Orton, even though obviously it's not Randy Orton, but I'm thinking like somebody doing like a Randy Orton, like crawling up like a snake out of a pit. If I booked Randy Orton, I would like him a lot more. He would lean into the gimmick so much more, man. Oh, from the bottomless pit. The Fiend. Where was Bray Wyatt from? Bray Wyatt was from like from, I don't know, from the Wyatt compound. I don't remember. I guess, who is the Fiend? That was a little after my time, so I wouldn't remember it. From the Firefly Funhouse.
Lock your door, check under your bed, and
the Boogeyman?
You don't hear the tick-tock of his clock, hailing from a mysterious abyss known as the Pit. We're talking about the Boogeyman.
It hit me immediately. Right, oh, that's everything. You got me.
Before forming a tag team with the Barbarian called the Faces of Fear, this tough Tongan served as the muscle for Colonel Rob Parker and his stud stable in WCW.
Before forming a tag team with the Barbarian. So this is the Warlord. Wait, the Tough Tongan. Never mind. Oh, I'm just supposed to say who it is. Oh, who is Haku? Who is Meng?
And the correct answer, who is Meng?
There we go. That's so true!
Who was called the Russian Bear?
Who is Ivan Koloff?
And the answer we're looking for, who was Ivan Koloff? Moving on to Three's Company for 600. Name the famous wrestling trio of Bam Bam Bigelow, Chris Candido, and the franchise Shane Douglas.
Fucking three really awesome dudes? Like, what do you mean? I don't know. That's awesome, to be clear. Like, this is sick as fuck, but I have no memory of this being a thing. I assume this was WCW, because these guys were all in WC. They were also in WWE at some point, but, I mean, Chris Candido, come on. You know, Shane, the WWE squandered Candido and Douglas especially horribly. Shane Douglas's WWE gimmick is one of my least favorite gimmicks in history, in wrestling period history. And it's so sad. Like, Dean Douglas, one of my least favorite gimmicks ever. It's so sad because Shane Douglas is so awesome. What did they do to this man? Chris Candido is pretty rough what they do to him, too. I don't know what this stable is. Genuinely. I'd call these the boys, man. I don't know who this is.
That would be the Triple Threat.
No. Is that Francine? Is that who that is?
That would be the Triple Threat.
I don't know. I'm face blind.
Closing out the 600-point round
As I've
with
said before.
Tag Team Brothers. More famously known as Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, these two brothers got their big break at the 2007 Armageddon pay-per-view, where they played Edge's doppelgangers.
So I'm supposed to give like their original names? Because they're, I guess, the Edgeheads? Who is the Edgeheads?
And the answer would be Brett and Brian, the Major Brothers.
Does that count to say the
15
Edgeheads?
questions down, 10 to go. Hopefully.
Where are you? No! Did I lose internet? I'll be back. My internet's back. I'm counting the Edgeheads. I don't care if he didn't say it. They went by like 10 different names. I chose one of them.
Bell, so you'll always get notifications whenever we come out with a brand new episode of Wrestling Jeopardy, which is always every weekend, specifically on Saturdays.
Man. Wow, man, freaked out.
All right, and the 800-point round begins with a clue from geography. Who hailed from 3 Mile Island?
Hold on. Did I get all of the, like, 4, 4, 4, 4? Wait, what? What am I talking about? I kind of, like, lost track of my counting. Whatever, let's say I'm at 2,400. It doesn't really matter. 3 Mile Island? I actually have no idea. Like, I'm lost. Who is Afa? I don't know.
One of my favorite WWF New Generation era gimmicks. I always thought he'd make a good tag team with Bam Bam Bigelow. You could have paired him up, called him the Atomic Boom.
Atom Bomb?
Like yes, I know, I'm a big nerd.
Ooh.
But the correct answer, who is Atom Bomb?
I actually also really liked Atom Bomb.
And that
I don't know
brings us
why.
to
Something about
bodyguards
his
for
look, I
800.
think.
Wearing a suit and a constant frown, this bodyguard protected many a wrestler during the 1990s, from the York Foundation and Lex Luger in WCW to Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Chris Jericho in the WWF.
Okay, so I don't watch WCW. I have no idea who the York Foundation is. Lex Luger, not too helpful. Hunter Hearst Helmsley. This means 90s, mid-90s, New Generation era Triple H. Who was his bodyguard other than China? Wait, but China was with Triple H and Jericho, wasn't she? She was! Oh, it's definitely China was in WCW? Who's China?
And that would be none other than Mr. Hughes.
Didn't they have a... I do remember Mr. Hughes, but didn't China manage Jericho and Triple H and then they had a feud about it? I don't know. Whatever.
Nicknames for 800, whose nickname is Mr. No Days Off.
Who is Darren Young DY? Yo!
And the answer here, the artist formerly known as Darren Young, who is Fred Rosser.
Does he work somewhere else?
3's company for 800.
Does he work
this
somewhere?
Famous wrestling trio that consisted of the Ascension and Stardust.
Are you kidding me? I have no idea. Hold on. Fred Rosser. Where does this guy work? New Japan? What? That's weird. Because I know him as Fred Sampson as well as Darren Young. I've never heard Fred Rosser before. But I get that's his real name. But I've never heard it like used as his ring name. I guess he was with New Japan. That's pretty interesting. I had no idea. Huh. Okay, that's so cool. I watched this as it happened. I was there. You know, huge brag. I was watching the Ascension and Stardust live. I don't remember this. It's like the Ascension, their thing is like they have a triangle and they go such hard. I had their shirt with the red triangle shirt with the eye. Such hard. And then Stardust goes Stardust. And that's it. That's the whole bit, right? And I liked both of them a lot. I think Ascension were really squandered when being moved up to WWE. They were great in NXT. Stardust, I don't know, it wasn't for Cody. He didn't like it, even though I liked it. I don't remember what it's called, to be honest. Nope.
And these guys were known as the Cosmic Wasteland.
Sure.
Crazy.
And let's close out the 800-point round.
Barely remembered
with
that
Tag Team
happened.
Brothers. On the surface, these two burly, bearded men were easy to buy as brothers. Plus, they won the NWA Tag Team Gold together and were effective enforcers as part of the Four Horsemen.
Is this the Andersons?
And the correct answer, who is Ole and Arn Anderson?
Are you nuts? Don't f***ing do it again. Piece of I said, f*** you. And Arn Anderson, I always liked him.
Yeah, that's so
All right,
true.
the
That's
steel
so
cage
true.
lower, the ominous music
The reason I was
has
hesitant
begun
on
to
that
play,
one,
but
I felt like it was too
we
easy.
have reached the most
It felt too
difficult
easy.
part
It was
of
kind of how when
wrestling.
I picked China and the answer was Mr. Hughes, I was like, China's too easy. And then naturally the answer was much harder. That's
Jeopardy,
the same
1,000
neurons
point
were
round.
firing.
Get your thinking caps on and let's go into geography for 1,000.
I must have missed
Who
some
hailed
Horseman
from the
members.
Other side of the tracks.
From the other side of the tracks. I can't stop thinking in Lucha Underground voice, like ring announcer. From beyond the grave, Mil Muertes. From the other side of the tracks. It's the other side of the tracks. Dude, this sounds old. Hold on, think. From the other side of the tracks, it's Diesel. Oh, I should have been doing Fink a long time ago, man. From the other side of the tracks. This is helping me, I promise. It's Was there like a train guy that wasn't Diesel? Who is Diesel? Pretty sure that's wrong. They wouldn't use him twice
And the
and
correct
then in
answer
the
here would be former WWE Tag Team Champions Deuce and Domino, managed by Cherry.
I love you, Cherry. I would have never gotten that,
Closing out
but I do love
1,000,
Cherry
7-foot-tall
especially.
Jackson Andrews made only a handful of appearances for WWE in December 2010 when he acted as this Canadian wrestler's bodyguard.
Straight up don't know the answer. 2010, we had Jericho, we had Edge, we had Christian. Did we have any other Canadians? Jury's out. Who needed a bodyguard? Who is Chris Jericho, I suppose.
Talk about only being around for a cup of coffee, right, Mach?
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
The correct answer, who is Tyson Kidd?
Okay.
And that
No,
brings us
didn't watch
to
that.
the final
Don't know the
clue
guy.
from nicknames for 1,000. Who was the Latin heartthrob?
Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. The Latin heartthrob? I don't know. Latin lover? Yeah, who is Latin lover, man? I don't know. Some Guerrero?
Former
Mondo?
World Class Championship Wrestling heavyweight champion, and he also played the Black Scorpion, managed at one time by Gary Hart. The correct answer,
Okay.
who is Al Perez?
He's got a bit of a Seth Rollins
Let's
to
move
him.
on to the final clue.
I do
from
know Al
Three's Company,
Perez.
famous or
Would never have
not
gotten
so
that.
famous wrestling trios. Who were Jackson Riker, Steve Cutler, and Wesley Blake?
Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy were a tag team. I don't know who Steve Cutler is. I just genuinely don't know that name. Jackson Riker is Gunner, I believe. That's Gunner. These were like when they were in WWE, because Jackson Riker, I believe, is Gunner's WWE name. Wesley Blake later just became Blake, so this might have been like between him being Blake and him being with Murphy. No, because they were Blake and Murphy together, weren't they? Maybe they gave him his name back. Maybe this is before even that. Jeez. I don't know. I don't know who Steve Cutler is. I don't know who these people are. You got me.
How could you forget about these guys? The correct answer, who were the
Pretty
Forgotten
easily.
Sons?
Yep.
And closing
I guess
out the
that
board with
happened.
Tag
I don't
Team
know.
Brothers for 1,000 after working elsewhere as the Destruction Crew and the Minnesota Wrecking Crew 2. The WWF transformed this veteran tag team into two spoiled rich brats and called them this.
The Minnesota Wrecking Crew 2. Into the WWF transformed this veteran tag team into two spoiled rich brats. Huh. The Destruction Crew. Veteran tag team into spoiled rich brats. Minnesota Wrecking Crew 2 into spoiled rich brats. It's not giving me anything. I'm getting nothing. I mean, it says veteran tag team, so it's not going to be like Rodney and Pete Gas. Spoiled rich brats. It's got to be a hard one, man. They're American. Minnesota Wrecking Crew. They're American. I'm thinking of like British. I gotta think American. Veteran tag team, American. Who did WWE take that's like two veteran guys? They paired them up together. They're like, you're rich heels. No, I don't got it. Honestly, you got me.
And that would be Bo and Blake, the Beverly Brothers.
This isn't the first Beverly Brothers question I've got wrong. They're just the Beverly Brothers are so nothing to me. Like, if you told me they had characters like he just did, I had no idea. I watch them every time I've seen them in WWF television. They're nothing. They are nothing. I've never seen them do anything of relevance or show any character at all. I'm sure they had one, apparently. I just have never seen it. Oh.
And we've reached Final Jeopardy, where if you don't bet it all and go all in, then why'd you even really play this
All
game?
in!
I mean, come on, just go for it.
Oh, wait,
all.
what's the
It's not
category?
real money. I'm not going to be giving you anything.
Yeah.
You're just basically playing for pride and bragging rights. So let's find out this.
If you want to give me
episode's
real money,
Final
though, I'm
Jeopardy
in.
Clue, which is enhancement talent. Similar to offensive linemen in football, these performers do the dirty work, despite often being overlooked and underappreciated by the common fan. Their technique, selling, and willingness to give back to the business make these wrestlers a special breed. So pull all that enhancement talent information from your noodle and place your wager right now.
4,000. He told me to do it. I don't know.
Alright,
I
time's
don't
up.
feel
Here
that
is
confident,
this
actually.
episode's Final Jeopardy clue. As the infamous Abe
Ooh.
Knuckleball Schwartz,
Oh.
Doink the Clown, or the Brooklyn Brawler, this jobber took losses from just about everyone in the wrestling business.
This is what I was
Good
hoping
luck.
for. That's so good. Dude, who is Steve Lombardi, man? This is the exact perfect question for me.
Boom. As the infamous Abe Knuckleball Schwartz, replacement Doink the Clown, or the Brooklyn Brawler, this jobber took losses from just about everyone in the wrestling business. A company guy through and through, this jobber carved out a legacy that will never be forgotten by fans. The correct answer, who is Steve Lombardi? And that does it for another episode of Wrestling Jeopardy. If you like what you saw, please give this video a massive thumbs up and consider subscribing. My name is Kevin J. Callis, and I'll see you next time.
Subscribe to Mr. Wrestle Trivia. I got 8,000 points, guys. Thank you for telling me to wager it all. You were so correct. You threw me a softball, Abe Knuckleball Schwartz softball. Thank you. Bye, chat.